Okay, so we are just about ready to go now. Alright, I'm gonna be playing for about 2.5 hours or so until around 10 p.m. my time. So we're gonna be doing a few things here in check some side quests and then head to Mahag Saar. Right, let's put Dohalim in. I'm actually gonna see how they talk to him. Gate's been locked. What's wrong with you? The area leading up the board is fine with Googles. Everyone's working hard, and so will I. The sick person they found here was taken to the quarry. I didn't know anything, but I want to bring them some flowers. Hey soldier, I don't care if you're Ran. You can't cut in line. Look, this is about Ran privilege. I'm just carrying a bigger load than you. I think that shouldn't tell me to go ahead of you. The reason you can carry so much is because you're wearing armor of your strength. Indeed I am, but the fact remains that I'm carrying a heavy load here. What I'm saying is, okay, settle down, mister. And you soldier, stay in your place in line. Coexistence and co-prosperity. You never for ideals. Okay. Nobody deals with what I mentioned. Hey man, good timing. I found what you're looking for. Really? How'd you get so quickly? I took a shot in the dark and asked Rin, I know. They had in the palace storehouse. You got the palace? Is that okay? My buddy said it was cool. Got Lord Dolan's permission for it, if you want to believe that. Wonderful man he is. If only grandpa where I wanted to see this. I got a bit of echo in this room. I kind of buffer it a little bit.
I wonder if something happened.
Here's one of them. What am I gonna do with the Zoogle? It's like body Leo? Or you mentioned about Zoogle? Actually, never mind, it's nothing. It feels like it's nothing to me. Did your Zoogle appear somewhere? If you need it gone, I'll handle it. I couldn't ask you to do that. I'm sure you got your own play as is, I'm sure. Leave men say it fears us. I just learned how to get by without Miguel to depend these days anyway. I want to make sure this ground stays safe just as much as you do. If you have any problems, say something.
Excuse me.
That's why we can't handle ourselves. Or do you doubt our ability to look after ourselves? That's not what I...
Well...
It's good, like, really. We've fought our fair share of Zoogles, you know. Why don't you tell us what's going on at least? Okay then. A giant village built by a twisted highway. It's making a big mess of all fields and village along there. Looks like a wild hog. Only managed to break through my walls and fencing and gets in the way. When you say hog, you mean one of those four Zoogles? If you're still well enough to keep it at bay. Now work for this fella. We're talking about the size of a hut.
Really?
That big? Yes. That's what I've been trying to come up with a way to stop it.
Good.
If you think it's something that bad, you should let me go after it. I got my shield here after all.
What the?
What? I don't know if that's the...
Seriously?
I thought they could pose a threat to a Zoogle the size of a hut.
Alright.
I'll make it work somehow. I'm trying to do what I can for my realm. You said to the highway, right? We'll be right back. Oh, man. This looks like one of those large monsters, though, so it may not be the best. I think I'll avoid this one for now. I just want to talk to people in town, really, right now, and then we can move on. Unless there's an easy quest. They still be coming back. That waiting for him was a waste of time. What should I do? I just don't know. Yeah. At the very least, we managed to avert the fall of Mencia. Doesn't mean every problem is solved. That was the hard part. We've overcome one crisis. I thought keep our chins up. It's so peaceful. Sure is. The girl said it'll be our job to keep that peace going. Yeah, I heard. What does that mean? I think we just gotta do something. But what? I don't know. Maybe that's what we're supposed to figure out. Even if I'm not a slave anymore, I don't see much from how things have been. I'm supposed to take this. Do I see what I've been doing? I'm starting to get serious wonder that. There's some easy answers. This Vicent, capital of other Mencia. It's beautiful, isn't it? The uprising brought out lots of issues that were smoldering under the surface. We chose to face those head on. Hope you watch over us. You make it back okay, big guy? Hi, I'm Fizz Phil, see? I'm glad I get to see you looking so happy too. You're so great, big guy. I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. Here are back to their normal routines, but I guess you could say they're considering the future more. With Lord Doran not present, the rest of us are putting together new systems of government. But most of us are used to work being something given to us by others. We're not sure where to start from our own. It's embarrassing to admit. We're getting by with some help the Gold Dust Cats, the Guardsmen, and the Renans. The Renans decided to cry the Dons, Dan's been rolled up with Town. I wouldn't say there's open conflict, but as far as the cooperation stuff goes, differences of opinions have been thrown into stark relief, and there's not much in the way of progress. But both sides want to be closer, so I think it'll work out in the end. Oh. Okay. Hello, sirs and madams. I hope you avail yourselves to our service again. Okay, there's that quest. There's no one on the north side, I know. Oh, this guy too. I'm gonna bury soldier. Bah! Doesn't matter this armor. You look pretty badly injured. You kept covering me. I'm a guy on me, frankly, but I'm glad I could keep you safe. If only land could stay this way even after conquest is over. Never mind, I started thinking about like this when I first came up from Legus. If only Lord Dolan would come back. Bah! Back to Dolan for her. I'm staying right here.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
The resin core is across the bridge. The Lake of Death is supposed to be inside. Probably wants to leave flowers there, but I don't have the guts to face the massive dead there yet.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
You're coming to Korea the regard, right? Current, I got a problem I can really use your help with.
Okay?
What is it? Your service. I was wearing the resin core earlier. I came across one tough enough rock that I couldn't quite crack. A tough rock, you say? You need help with the thing? I'm your guy. It wasn't so simple. By the time I got back to work the next day, it completely vanished. I'm not surprised I found it rolling along deep in the quarry. It's probably a walking crag if I fight like that. Ever since then, I've been too scared to get back to work and knowing the thing's there.
Okay.
That'd be good. I can't wait to see how our specialist defense is going to solve this one. Ha! I'm not going to ignore this man after we told us. Defense and specialist or not. Explain. You'll find it deep inside Resin Quarry. Oh, it's a rock circle. So it's once again another giant monster. No, I'm not gonna do that. They're both giant monster quests. I'm gonna avoid those for now. I most do want to move on to Mahag Saar.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Oh.
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
That's what I thought. It's right here at the entrance. Dang. I thought there'd be some NPCs here, but I guess not. So there's no way to talk to.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
When she keeps saying that, I also think that's a hint to the fact that we will get ability to fly later in the game. Considering that there's spaceship exists in this game. Wait. Is this right? That is right, okay. Alright, now we're finally leaving. This isn't just then. We're finally leaving Eldomencia. That's Vicent. We're finally leaving Vicent in Eldomencia. Force.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Saar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Why is she... She keeps on... Like, she's suspicious to me. Like, most Tales games tend to have a traitor, and she's been acting really suspicious recently. I wonder if she's being manipulated somehow. And why is she acting up around the next one in line? That's interesting. See, I kept thinking maybe she's actually not from Lodia, and she wanted up there at some point. Wait, where are you? In this tree? It's right here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's another orange one or brown. I guess they're gold.
One of your buddies.
That's our gold one. The gold ones are from the Earth realm.
A fish.
Oh, a fishing rod. Fishing spot. Can he fish?
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here.
Now we're gonna
I'll
have
show you
fish.
how it's done.
Various fish ponds are scattered across the dam, which contain different species of fish to catch. These fish can be used in cooking, sulfur gold, or even unlock new titles. Don't hesitate to try new fishing holes when you find them. Fishing consists of 4 steps: casting a line, luring fish, hooking them, and reeling them in. Huh.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this.
Miguel's rod? Okay. So it's like... Okay. Oh, that's what you need to do.
Looks like I lost it.
Wait, it actually was on a lure? Oh,
Got something.
now it is. Okay. Oh, wrong button.
I'll get you next time. All right.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'll get you next
Crap.
time.
I'm gonna catch at least one fish before we move on.
There we go.
Okay.
I'll catch something bigger next time.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
Alright, we got one fish. We've seen many fish spots throughout the journey, too.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Nice.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Yeah.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
Yep, pretty much.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente.
Nice.
So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Wow.
Okay!
Looking with the rod. I've fished a long time and have built up a good collection of equipment for it. I'll share with you if you're interested. I just want one thing in exchange. I'll ask that you show me records of any fish you catch. When we catch, the more equipment I'll hook you up with. Okay. Cool. Yep, Kisara. Use your over limit. Okay. Heal. Ooh, you're life there. Now I can get by my sorry, I spoke. Here on, don't mind me. My mission.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing...
Is it just me? Or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Exactly.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Yep. Floral vines.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes
Okay,
to dodge,
nice.
we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Nice. So we haven't done Kisara or Dohalim yet, so I think if the option's available for them, I'll probably do Kisara first and Dohalim.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that.
Interesting.
Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
They're trying to explain what the open back without, you know. Huh. Quick effect duration plus 20%.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Law, Kisara, and Dohalim. Okay, we'll do Kisara first.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
Alright. Recover. Bang Bolero.
Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Wait, what's this? Oh, fishing.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Cordless party?
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, My birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
Huh.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Interesting. So, the people in Calag, they were able to, wow.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
My spec. I've got this. Let us rock it.
All yours. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Take this! You're finished!
Elusive deity.
Can
you take it?
Swallow blade!
Tornado drive.
First strike!
Elusive
Take it! Double in an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Let them
Finally
mark
time.
me.
Try mine! Swallow blade! Inferno turret!
Arch seal! Flame of fury! This one's mine!
I'm on it! Here I come!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Do it! Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
And still as humble as ever.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Okay.
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
Okay. So I want... Okay. How did I lose? I could swear I set him as my party leader. The other two, because the missing spear core issue, I didn't realize that Law and Ringwell never had spear cores. So that means our whole party doesn't have spear cores. In fact, the only one who actually already did have a spear core to begin with was Kisara and Kira moved. And of course, the people from Calaglia, the resistance there, they weren't really good at taking care. They also left scars on themselves.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
Yep.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Yeah, I figured it. Oh, hello. Now we're gonna need, This is a pain. Why can't Duo stand still?
Alright.
Price time I put my secret weapon. I'll start where it stands. Yep. These are those apes. Grow vines to the ground and snare enemies to strike them. Depending on fleet-footed enemies. Oh, he was using this duo constantly during the boss battle against him.
There's nowhere to run from my arc. When he slows down, that's our chance. Begin! Elusive deity! Take this! Tempest!
Nice!
Can't get out of... Stand back. I'll trip it up. Be still! You're mine! Turn it! It's time! How's this? Take this!
Searing tempest.
Can't get out of this! Can you take it? Strike! How's this? Elusive deity! It's time! Elusive deity! In a bind? Begin! Elusive deity! Tornado drive!
Oh, hit two enemies. Okay. No, never mind. I'm confused.
In a bind?
There, now I did it.
It's time!
Okay.
Can you take it? Tornado drive! Take it! I'm on it! I'll run you through! Resonate with the earth! Stay still! Begin! Does it hurt? Take it form! Pierce through! Try this! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! I'm on it! I'll face you!
He can hold the attack in too, but he can't, of course, save it for later like Rimwall can.
Take this!
Ow!
No further! Begin! Resonate with the earth! Be still! Stalagmite! Not so fast! I can carve through armor! Can you take it? First strike! Begin! Not today! Rip and tear! Elusive deity! Do it! Chisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
What?
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old.
Real.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Artifacts confer special effects instead of having them. So much so as bonus make me enjoyed after playing the game. Oh! Interesting. 6 additional arts? Dang.
I sense...
That took more energy than I expected.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us goblins.
So this path is just... Oh. I was gonna fall down. Elusive catapult, air pressure, elusive deity again. It is interesting that you can now set 2 sets of arts. Tempestuous Mass.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it. No further. Leave the agile ones to me. That's what I did. Leave the ensnaring to me.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shout! Can you take it?
Where are you going?
I'm on it! Begin! Elusive deity! First strike! Resonate with the earth! Not my finest!
I couldn't make it in time. An astral overtake?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Begin! Not done yet! You're mine! Elusive deity! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Can you take it? Take this! In a bind? I'll make you! Elusive deity!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone! I'll face you! Tornado drop! I can carve through armor!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Elusive deity! Here and now!
Hear me, flame of fury!
I forgot I could do that.
We can really make weapons with this? Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we got this.
I'm only getting close. The marksman handled it.
Resonate with the earth.
I'm no good with airborne targets. Annihilation!
Eat this!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Catapult!
Searing flame! Reload! Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
I'll take you all off! Watch this! Begin! Burn in hell! Come on! First strike!
By the power of
Rising one. Finish it.
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
lightning!
Nice.
Take this!
This one's mine!
Knock him down.
Begin! No further!
Finish it.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Volcanic impact.
I'm even stronger than before.
Last way back.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Elusive deity! I'll face a debut performance.
Rotating pile drive. Okay.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Prepare to be sealed. Actually, I can carve through armor!
Let's talk in more duels.
To stop you dying?
Annihilation!
I'm on it! Megasonic thrust!
Far enough!
Not today! Can you take it? Tornado drive!
Lunar
It was nice while it was mine! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Rising focus! There's a crack
Here, let me help.
Elusive deity!
First aid!
Be still! Not so fast! Elusive deity! Can you take it? Finish it! Outfit! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Talon hurricane! Elusive deity!
He's cultured.
Where are you going?
Tornado drive! No further! Demon Fang!
Do it!
Double Demon Fang! All yours, Kisara!
Obelisk Blade.
Here, let me help.
Begin! Sword Lane, take it! Take it! Burn!
Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Ready? Here I come!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Saar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So it's still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
I also forgot about the Zoogle. I slid and fell. Pretty sure I'll make the same mistake as me. So there's nothing much in here, it's just small cave with a handful of things. There's a chest here, though. We have to kill these enemies to get it.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Save you!
Pierce evil!
Tornado drive! I'm like bait to them!
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaints here!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Behold! The earth's pulse! Tectonic vision!
So that's his found. So it's not the one he uses during his boss battle.
Now we're not ready.
Don't mind if I do.
The tide of battle has turned.
No
That's
further.
the power of comrades in arms.
Right. Comrades in arms.
What? Can you take it, sentimental?
Not today! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade! See that? That training's paying off! Can you take it? Elusive deity!
Where are you going?
Tornado drive! Commander of heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
We can really make weapons with this?
This'll make us...
Stowing mantle.
It's even more formidable.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Another cavern down here. That's by the way forward. This is probably the castle that we saw from Calaglia, the cliffs. He does have healing abilities. Heal resurrection. He does, but she doesn't. So what, does that mean that healing abilities are considered to be... That's a mystic art. Does that mean that healing abilities are considered to be, I don't know, dark magic? Dark astral energy?
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me! Now you see what I can do!
Does it hurt? Elusive deity! Eat dirt! Missile fact! Resonate with the earth! In an instant!
Impact cross.
I've used a bit too much healing.
Yeah, I know. Nothing in here. There's 5 of you guys. I think I can get through here. If I did. Great. I keep looking for food weapons, but it's nothing but Dougals around here. Not that I have anything to worry about because of you now. I think it's stone. Great.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Begin!
That is a weakness, so these guys are actually wind.
I'm sorry to be a boss.
We've all got enough on us.
Yes, ma'am.
Resonate with the earth. Being interrupted.
Ow.
I've used too much. I'll face you.
Not in your dreams.
Eat that. Elusive deity. Tornado drive.
Astral energy.
Say no more. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Rising falcon.
I'm only getting
Eat this. Talon
This one's mine.
begin. Elusive deity. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
See that?
That training's paying off. This one's mine.
Here's evil.
I'll face you. You're mine. No further.
Do it.
Devastation. In an instant. Impact block.
So I've not seen him with Law yet, or with Rinwall.
We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Okay. That way or that way? Oh, wow.
What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
My body seems to be doing okay.
Good food is the best.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
The old tower and the ridge it stands on have long since been overrun with Zoogles. I'll leave it up if you know exactly what you're doing. Dang. Silver Sword of the Owl. Oh. Interesting. So if I get another... Seriously, you can... I don't want to equip it.
I always love the sound of...
Wait, I can manage to rent from here? Well, that helps.
Hey. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Ignis Roar. Crystal Knuckles.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
I guess the tower thing we should not do right now.
Not this way, I guess.
Oh, we can't do it right now. Yeah, this way.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else.
Yeah, pretty much.
For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help
enough.
enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fuzzy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
Nice.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
No.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Lesson manners.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being an... Forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Okay, that was interesting. Hey, why is it acting up?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Oh man. It's you!
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
We can fight him now?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
To take your life. It's in level 28.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Being interrupted. It's in your hands now.
You paid for that! I can carve through armor! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
He's such a failure.
Back from death to this.
Entertain me.
Over and beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with resuscitation.
First aid!
Damn it!
Ow!
Imbue this vanquishing soul. Imbue this vanquishing soul with first strike. From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life resuscitation. Grant me the strength to run on. Lick it.
Can't be happening.
Forgive me. This is my fault. Now I can let loose.
Fires of passion. This one's mine. Don't mind if I do.
Double demon face. I'm ready to go. In a bind.
Going in.
Wait, what? He evaded in that attack?
Far enough. Slow slice.
Hurricane thrust.
I'm not feeling so great.
It's wide open. Coming through. Ha! Melt. Scarlet Inferno.
Benediction light.
Oh, she's down. Now you light bulb? I think I was supposed to beat him.
Severing blade. Mirage. Sword blade. Air pressure. Here I come. Searing gale. I'm not done. I'll face you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's over. I could barely put a dent in him. Ow! He's about to kill Hoodle too?
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
It's doing it again.
A wretch like you?
She took the...
Till next time.
What just... Okay.
Xion, wake up, please.
Elfin?
Xion.
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
I mean, it...
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
What?
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
I had to wonder if what he did was he accidentally used a healing art to save her life.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Okay, there's no effect too. Whenever this happens, it seems like the right side of his face starts glowing, but not the left. And on top of that, he's only got one eye exposed. Maybe he is like a half-breed or something. Oh, this is it. I didn't even see an entrance.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate.
Darkwing.
Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Darkwings.
First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Maybe.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danons and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danons rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
He's a strong fighter,
By
but
those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
okay. So these ones are green.
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings.
Darkwings.
Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces. So everyone's more than a bit on edge right now.
But why is the
Please
village burned down?
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem.
No Renans.
The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
He's more so much Shion than you.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Down here is the aerial plaza that leads to Aldra's castle, but for now it's sealed off. I'll just turn away.
Not this way, I guess.
Here's headquarters Darkwings. Right now, these are temporary combinations. At some point, I imagine we'll build something better and move on to that. If those that know, the Darkwings are a recurring theme throughout the Tales series. So it's funny that one of the resistance organizations in this game is the Darkwings. A violent personality cult around ooh.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough. Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, You're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling that her Rimel's village is in this realm. I don't know how much up in Ciclodia, but
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
oh, who's stronger? Alpha Blazing Sword or Flag or Deadheim, lead the Darklings? I bet it's Deadheim. I've only heard rumors about Blazing Sword, but I know Deadheim's the real deal. Celia from Caliga, are you? I see rumors about you walking with Briars are true. So what's the big idea, Sonny? Keeping company with Briars is only going to lead to trouble. Let's go, this play's over yet. Don't you think you relax, got it? Okay, we're on 4 line. I'm gonna pan out everything we raised in the rough rides. Food, clothes, with lots of stuff going around. I'm so grateful. The rains might be gone. I never imagined it's to be this hard. If anyone deserves to lead down, it's Deadheim. He hates them Briars more than anyone. We Darkwings are going to find and wipe out every last Briars rule over Mahag Saar.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
I'm glad that they're changing things.
There's someone around here who needs our help.
I'm glad they're changing things up each time, but it's still. I've been a little bit annoyed that the first 2 worlds are basically just go in, defeat the Lord, and move on. The 3rd world changes up a lot by having the Lord be a good guy, and the 4th one, they already reveal the Lord, except the Lord's not dead quite yet. That is kind of scary. It seems like he'll probably stop at nothing to win. I agree. It's never seems to be a lot worse than it used to be. We can expect. Fighting riots takes a lot. It's toll on people. If we had been able to finish all Montreal from the start, we would have been able to avoid all this other fighting. Do you think? Yeah, we would be taking knee as everything was so damaged. I think now it's been spared. I wouldn't say that to tell you if I were you. If any of Dan's followers hear you talk like that, you'll be in trouble. The giant woman that takes the wind that blows in from a plane and turns it out of energy. In the old days, when the wind wouldn't come, we had to turn it ourselves the opposite way and make it blow wind for the other woman to capture. Oh, wow. I used to live at the bottom of the valley beneath here. It's damp and didn't place, and every day I had to climb a million stairs just to get to work. There's a staircase going down there, but can we get down there? Damn it, let us go down there.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference.
You.
Suppose we speak to them.
I don't care if I get the Briars out. We should have blown up everything inside across the damn city. After trying to build all those houses with the Briars, I thought we were finally gonna get living ourselves. Guess not. Them is such a key figure in the liberation of this realm. It's hard to publicly criticize him. It's Wonderbard, who is a reference to Wonder Chef. I knew if it would bring us together once more. You're Wonder Guy, is it? I am Minstrel who tells May tales of the fleeting world in which you live. Wonderbard.
I see.
Oh, you've had a pleasure, sir. You can be called Dohalim. Hey, Minstrel, is that to say you're well-versed in music? Oh, I am indeed. There's a song I haven't sung, nor an instrument my hands have not mastered. As so happens, I'm a concentrate music myself. That's so. Can I perhaps show you the little rendition it's a kind sir? It's gonna take a while, isn't it? That's unfortunate I don't have any interest on me, but I would be more than happy to indulge you with a short poem. In this sea of crimson trees, I spy an unknown fellow, standing free within the breeze. Your words are like music to my ears. You equate a rare talent, sir, I must say. Do you think so? That I do, and I must return the appearing kind. Where I begin, if you're such wit, indeed words fail me. I'm a lost, but what can I say but gracias?
Oh.
You can throw me down the gauntlet. Allow me to...
Just great.
I can't take any more of this. We're leaving. Bloom, you're welcome to catch up with us later.
Excuse me.
Wait, don't leave yet. Let me bring these minds among you. Perhaps I can trust you with my legendary instrument. What are you talking about? I have a musical instrument knowing that one day I would find a worthy inheritor. You find the location detail these notes. Be warned, only smart shall solve the riddles contained within. Now I ask you, chosen ones, will you take it upon yourselves to solve the riddles and cover the legendary instrument? Let's start riddles and instruments with most intrigue.
Good.
Very well, we'll accept your challenge. Excellent. I complete faith you shall emerge victorious. Wonder text. Okay.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Now, who wants to hear more about the bravery and courage of Darkwings? I do. Oh no, too. Tell me how you kicked those nasty bright eyes. I'm gonna join Darkwings like they were too. Darkwings are heroes. You're gonna passing down stories about them for generations about Mahag Saar. No, they're the whole world, I bet. What's Darkwings fly? That's so cool. Once you catch up slimy Almadria, we're gonna bust her in as bad as a statue. It's least she deserves for all she's done. Look at such of Almadria all busted up. I'm thinking of that bitch, not after how far she's fallen you, if you ask me. Ooh. I have to be careful what I say. Where are the stairs? Oh. I think they're... Huh. There's the stairs, but how do you get over this gate? Oh, it's hot in here.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
Wait! What happened? Hello? Where'd it go? gonna call it quits for now and try and get this thing working again. Maybe we can resume again tonight, but we'll see. Until next time, this is Jay